Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. I know that you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all, but I think you're moving too fast. Did you hear me? Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. I know that you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all, but I think you're moving too fast. What's up, beautiful people? I hope you guys are having a wonderful night. And we back at it again with another live video. So, tonight's topic is can you handle the truth? And to be honest with you, I don't know. I'm not sure if you guys can handle the truth. Here it is though. Let me clear my throat. Okay. So the truth is, us women, we're not doing a good job. You know, if you sit back and you look at the choices that a lot of people have made in their life, they're not happy with it. And then these same people are becoming parents. And it goes back to what I was saying about how sometimes our parents may have great intentions, but the guidance might be off a little bit. Let me adjust my sound really quick. 1 second. Okay, so hopefully everything is going good. But the guidance might be off a little bit. So like, just like I was saying, our parents might have good intentions, but the guidance might be off. Just like I said the other day, take what you can learn from your parent, but add your own twist to it. And the reason why I'm saying this is because if parents are doing what they're supposed to do to raise their daughters and their sons, then we will see a smaller percentage of women out here who are unmarried. A smaller percentage of women who are single moms, you know? And sometimes, you sit back and you look at all this information about life and how you're supposed to be raised and stuff like that. And I understand a lot of people probably didn't have that person to kind of say, hey, this is how you're supposed to be treating yourself as a woman or as a young lady, and same for as a young man or a man. So it's understandable if we see people in this lifetime that fall short in certain areas because they didn't have that guidance. It's understandable, you know? But for those young women out there who have that opportunity to be able to mold yourself in the right way to be that wife, that mother, that support figure for the household, you can do it. You can definitely be it, you know? I know there's quite a few example of women out here who have that type of successful life with their significant other and their children. You can use those people as examples if you don't have someone to physically speak to or to look up to. But at the end of the day, if you're a young woman and you're in that position where you don't have any children and you're not dating, hopefully you're a virgin. I don't know how young the audience is for tonight, but if you're at that point, take the time out to really assess you as a young woman and understand that you are very valuable. And if you give yourself away to the wrong males that come in your path, you are hindering the opportunities that you can have with your future husband. And the more that you reserve yourself and you keep yourself up as a young woman, the more likely you can have a better lifestyle with a significant other who will be there to support you, protect you, provide, and so on and so forth. And that is not something hard at all. But what we see currently now is a lot of women are stemming from households where their mom or their dad never really spoke to them, or no one was in their life to say, hey, you know, keep what you got between your legs to you. Hold it for your husband. Hold it for somebody who's significant where you can build a life with. You know, don't have children outside of marriage. You know, wait, give it some time, and especially don't have children with a man who you know you're not going to be with for a lifetime. You know what I mean? Like, make the decisions where, okay, if this is the guy I'm going to be with, I'm going to have children with, then this is the one I'm going to settle down with. Don't make it seem like, oh, I'm going to have a child with him, and then if it don't work out, I'm just going to move on to the next guy. And it's like, it goes back to what I said the other day. You're not only traumatizing yourself, remember, you have feelings and emotions too, but you're also traumatizing the child, because now the child is being forced to be raised in a single parent household, which they're gonna grow up comparing and contrasting their life to other people's life and feel resentful because they feel like they were cheated, which they were. So at the end of the day, if you're in the position where you can make a wise decision for yourself, for your future, you can't think about tomorrow, next week, a few months. You got to think years down the line. How is this going to be beneficial? How is it going to play out? And these are the conversations that parents, women, should have with their daughters and their sons. You need to speak to them and let them know, hey, at the end of the day, you are very valuable, and then you have to preserve your value and not just give it out, because we're suffering in our community. Too many women are struggling. You understand? And I'm saying, and it's crazy because I understand where it started. You know what I mean? The foundation. But it's like, okay, if you are in that position as a woman and you have children, and you know you've made some decisions that you're not too really happy about, or whatever it may be, you still have the opportunity to mold your daughter and your son in the right direction so they can have good qualities. You understand? If you mold your daughter and you will tell her, hey, at the end of the day, I want you to focus on your education. I want you to focus on yourself. And when it's time, I don't want you to be dating. I want you, the man you meet is going to be your husband. You're going to find good quality. He's going to have good qualities of himself. It's just like how a lot of other countries do it. It is America, the land of the free, right? They just have a whole bunch of all these things going on. It's like the quality, the roots, the how can I say, the culture, it has been stripped away from a lot of foundations, depending on like what your family background is. A lot of Caribbean family is different from an American family than like other cultures. So it all really depends on where your background lies. That is going to be the foundation of how you are going to be as an individual. But even if you're not of these cultures and you don't have those type of like roots where it's a strong foundation, you can look at other cultures and say, hey, I want to preserve my daughter. I want to preserve my husband, not my husband. I want to preserve my son for the right to be the right husband for a wife. I want to make sure, I want to add value and teach him how to add value to himself on different levels, not just financially, but skill wise, okay, mentally wise. And no woman, I'm sorry, it don't matter. No woman want to talk to a man who don't have a mind of his own, who can't think. Like, maybe that's just my opinion, but at the end of the day, conversations, thinking, that's stimulating. That's exciting, personally, to me. But what I'm saying is teach our young boys how to be men. We complain, oh, there's no men in this world. Men ain't nothing. All they do is having kids and all this type of stuff, and they can't hold a job. Okay, well, where are these men coming from? Women. Women are, like, at the end of the day, us as women, We are the most powerful, like I said videos ago, we're the most powerful thing. We can shape, we can bring life, or we can destroy. And the thing is, when we bring life into this world, these are a product of us, and we have to cultivate these children to be the proper, so we don't have lack. You understand? If you teach your daughter how to be a wife, a woman who respects herself, that means not only just the way she carries her clothing, but also how she speaks. You understand? Like, all of this is levels to it. You really have to, and that's what it is to be a parent. If that's not what you're sound ready to do, don't be a parent, because you are gonna just raise another individual who's gonna be just as lost, and don't have as much true guidance, and trying to figure life and stumble in life. That's what you're gonna bring into the world. Why would you want your child to do that? If you love your child, right? Then love it enough to say, okay, I'm not prepared for it. But at the end of the day, the truth is, us as women, we got to do a better job. We got to do a better job. We're not, right now, we suck. We suck. I'm sorry to say it. We suck. We got to do a better job. We over here blaming the opposite sex, but in reality, we look at our own backyard and we're like, yo, it's a whole bunch of mess back there. You know what I'm saying? Be real with yourself as a woman and understand the power that you have. It's beautiful. It's a great position, but you got to know what you're doing with it. You gotta know what you're doing with it. Like I said, I understand not everyone have that guidance or had that guidance, so it's understandable. But as you are older now, you see these examples, you hear it. I mean, there's multiple influencers on social media that speak about it. Okay, if you're a person who reads the Bible, the Bible teaches you how to be a wife, how to be a woman. It teaches you. Okay, if you don't want to use that, then you can use others as examples. There's different ways that you can mold yourself to be quality, but it's if you choose to. See, we have all these enticing things like friends and places that comes into our life, and it makes us kind of steer us off a track. So some young women or women, older women, a lot of mistakes they made were because of friends hanging out with the wrong influence. You get it? So it's difference of why a person can steer off the track and everything. But as a woman now, who's of age, who you should know better now, you still have a chance to pass that good on to something. You can mold your children to be the best they can be. Speak to them. Take the time out to really understand who they are. Listen to them. They are a person. People always like to overlook their children because, oh, they're young, they don't understand. Sometimes the children know way more than the parents. So we have to be open minded. That's part of being a parent. It's part of raising a child. It's part of being a woman. We have to have balance and understand that at the end of the day, that we have to do better. All women in the world. I don't care what position you in. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care how much mistakes you didn't make. There's always room for improvement. I'm talking to the people who have made this. I'm talking to everybody. We all have room to improve. It could be your weight. It could be anything. It could be your finance. It could be your focus. Some people can't stay focused on one thing and get something done, even on a micro level. Like it's just it's levels to it, y'all. It's levels to it, and we gotta just basically. The truth is, we gotta do better as a whole, as the women community. We gotta do better. We gotta carry ourselves better. We do. It's like when you know it, then you gotta change it. When you okay, it's fine. Like as a kid, right? Your kid does something. You discipline your child. Now the child knows better, so the child most likely is not going to do it again. Or sometimes the child attempts it one more time to see if you're going to really stick firm to what you discipline, what you're saying, and then the child most likely drops that habit. Okay, same as an adult. You see the mistake, you see the errors, you see why you are not, as a woman, getting the things that you want out of life because of the decisions or the choices that you're making. So switch it up a little bit. If you're a woman who feels like you've made bad choices with your diet, right? Which a lot of people have because of what happened and the whole shutdown and stuff like that. Switch it up. No one's gonna come in your life and say stop eating. You have to choose what you eat and the time that you eat. You have to choose what you put into your body. You have to be disciplined and say, I want a change. I want a healthier me. A lot of people right now are perishing, especially what's going on with, I'm not gonna say it, but in the world, y'all know what I'm talking about. Especially what's going on with that alone is something to make you be like, okay, you should be focused on your health. You need to pay more attention to your health. Do more walking if you have the time. Supplement your supplement the soda with water. Substitute. Yeah, substitute the soda with water. What else? Change the time that you eat. Your last meal should not be late. And if it is late, it should be light. Fruit, veggie. Blend up a little smoothie if you don't really feel like eating the fruits. There's different ways to change your reality. It's if we as an individual want to change our reality. But we gotta do better with it. We honestly do. We can't say we want something but we're not willing to work on it. And then we make bad choices and then we still try to say we want what we want. Like, no, that's not how it works. Not how it works. Just like when you're in school. You can't get a F throughout the whole entire year, and then the last 2 weeks before school's about to be out, you then want to start doing no. Be honest with yourself, take accountability, and understand that there's areas in your life, in everyone's life, that we all need to fix so we can be better. So we could be the best version of ourselves. Doesn't that sound amazing? I mean, to me, it sounds pretty cool. It sounds like a new beginning, a new change. That could be on all different type of levels. But most importantly, what I wanted to say is women are doing a very bad area when it comes to raising their children, because now we see a lot of women who are out here single mothers and complaining that, oh, their baby fathers are no good and stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, at the end of the day, you play a role into this too, because you made a choice thinking that, oh, that it's gonna go in the favor that you wanted to go, but it didn't, and now you want to walk around all boo-hoo-hoo crying and sad. Like, nah, you can't be. You can't. Because at the end of the day, you got to suck it up, buttercup, and take it for what it is and move forward and raise your child. Hopefully you can find somebody else, and then they can, or if they're willing to raise a child with you, because that's another thing, women, when you have this child and the father of the child don't stay with you, you're going to reach a point, even the child get older, you're going to feel lonely. You're going to want somebody. Now you have to see if someone's going to be willing to compromise, a man's going to be willing to compromise with you having a child. And that takes a percentage of men out of the fraction that allows you to be able to create a family again, or what you really wanted to do. So you got to make wiser decisions. Can't complain, can't point the finger at nobody. You got to be true and say, hey, the man I picked, he was never going to be a provider. He never had that type of thing. You got to be real, because you saw it. And then there's some women who feel like they can take care of the man. At the end of the day, that's to each his own. All right? To each his own. To each his own. If you're one of those women, hey, I don't know about that. I'm talking about the women who are out here, who are single, who are making bad decisions and becoming single moms now. But if you're a woman who that's you, see, it's when I say take care of a man, I mean the man have no type of funds of income. That's what I'm talking about. And there's some women who are, I mean, hey, some women are really, really lonely. They're willing to accept that, and I don't know how, but that's what they like. You get it? We can't be mean to those people who, like to be in those type of position. But as a woman, I strongly believe the man should be the provider, not the woman. We're the support. The man is a provider. And I think that's a beautiful union. But each his own. Um, do better, ladies. That's all I wanted to say. Come on here and say do better. We gotta do better as a whole, and provide better qualities to our children, and raise them to be something amazing. So they are not these women now. Mind you, if you have a young child now, let your daughter raise in the right way so that way she's not these women, these older women we see. These women who are 35, 40, 50, who are by themselves, you know, looking for somebody. They can't find nobody because nobody want to be with them because they have children and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, I'm not saying all hope is lost. Hope is never lost. But what I am saying is, you rather have your daughter preserve herself for the right person. So off the right shot, boom, that's it. They locked in. She's married. She has a kid. He has assets. He has value. Okay, and he can provide and he can hold down the kids and her. That you at least know your daughter has a good life. You don't have to worry about her being out here trying to date and run into all these men who don't want her. That don't make no sense. And then she gonna end up being like these women right now, sad, lonely, and maybe got a kid and don't know what they want to do. See what I'm saying? That's how you see how you broke the cycle. You broke the cycle. You broke that family cycle of what normally happens because you taught your daughter different. You taught your son different. You added value to them by teaching them and raising their mind to an awareness that has a higher level of thinking, not what they see right now, what everybody want to do. Especially if you're a young woman, they want to date and they want to have boyfriends, stuff like that. In other countries, man, they don't do that. She turns a certain age, she goes off to her husband. That is it. And he take care of her. And the family always makes sure that he has good quality, and the man makes sure that her family always have good quality. And a lot of countries still do that to this day. It's a beautiful thing because it's culture. It's not like everybody now who treats relationships like they're window shopping. Oh, is this one a good one? Is that one gonna be a good one? Maybe that one. I'm not sure. Maybe I should just buy all of them and then return it. Like, that's the type of mentality a lot of people in America have. I guess it's the land of the free, y'all, right? The all-American whack dream, I assume. But it sounds like blasphemy to me. It sounds like there's no culture. So that's what we need to add more into the foundation, okay? So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. And I am definitely going to be out of here. Bye. Have a wonderful night.